Compass Rose Consulting, talking today about profitability and our 5-step profit system. So see if we can get we're going to talk about step number 1 today and teach you about knowing your numbers. So in building your business, profitability is key, right? We all need to have profitable, thriving businesses, but it's also the biggest challenge. Like, how do we get there? How do we make our businesses profitable? When you succeed, you're in that top 1% of business owners. So one of the things that I personally hate seeing is failing businesses. I hate seeing friends whose businesses have had to close, or colleagues whose businesses have had to close. It's one of the things that I find just really sad, or driving down the road and you see a business that used to be there and now it's gone. And so we know that getting to that profitable place where the business can make it is a challenge. So how do we do that? So our goal is to develop systems with business owners to make it so that they're doing well and to make it big. So strategy number 1, our number 1 strategy, right? So this camera is it's always strange getting in the camera. So you need to become a magnet for your target market. It's new business leads. How do you consistently bring in new businesses? I was just talking with someone recently that had all their eggs in one basket, right? And we all know that you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. And they were scrambling because they had lost their biggest client and they didn't have new business leads coming into their business to fill that gap. And they had made the mistake of putting all their energy into this one client, and then when that client left, their family had a huge gap. Their business had a huge gap, and their family had a huge gap. So new business leads, even if you have you're on solid footing, you still want to have a system for generating new business leads. Now, maybe we create a system that you can turn on and turn off, so that when you've got everything that you need and you can't handle anymore and you don't want to scale up your business, we turn the system off. But you need to have that system that becomes predictable and reliable, right? You don't want to just wing it and hope that new business comes to your company. So you want to develop a system that consistently attracts new leads to your business. And you're going to do it through a lot of different ways. So you want to be that magnet that everybody's attracted to. And part of it is creating a system that you can rely on, whether it's an online system or an offline system, making it predictable and making it automated so that it's just happening. Now, some of the things that I've seen, businesses weren't getting the number of new leads that they should have been getting based on the marketing that they were doing. And so that's why we look at a business and we want to know the numbers. Like, what are the numbers of who you're putting this advertisement out to? What are the number of leads that you're getting? What's the conversion rate that you're getting? So if we're putting it out to 20,000 and we're only getting 2, that's not a good number ratio. So we look at, how do we increase that number? What's the problem in the system that we're getting 2 out of 20,000, 2 leads out of 20,000 hits? We want to increase that number and look at, how do we increase? So that's why we want to know the numbers, right? We want to know our lead generation number. We want to know our advertising number. We want to know if we're using Facebook ads that we've put out a certain number. We put out an ad and we have X number of impressions, and then we have X number of clicks, so that we can change things and make it work better if it's not working well. And many businesses that we see have marketing that is not set up so that it's working well for the business. And that's part of our goal. So the system that we set up we want to start with the call to action. And this is a missing link in a lot of advertising that we see. There's no call to action. People have been sold a package of branding with no call to action on it. So I call that hope marketing, hoping that they're going to call, because I haven't laid out the problem that they have and the solution that I have that they want, right? So when I lay that out and put it in a call to action in a way that they can take action, then I increase my leads. So the call to action leads to a gift exchange. So I offer them something that they want that's going to solve their problem. I call that a gift exchange. And they give me their name and email for that gift exchange. That leads to new customers, which leads to increased revenue. It also leads to list building. So not everybody that comes in through that gift exchange is going to become a new customer, but some people are. And some people are going to be on my list of potential customers. So that's better than having just 2 new customers out of the 20,000 hits that we had and nobody on the list of potentials, because the potentials have just raised their hand and said, I'm interested in the solution that you have, but I don't want to buy it right now. So not everybody is, it's not always the right time and right place for somebody to make that purchase. But it might be the right time and right place next week or the week after. And I want to be top of mind when they're thinking about making that purchase. So that's why the list building leads to lead nurturing. So now I can set up a campaign to nurture that lead, stay in touch with them, rephrase what my offer is, or rephrase what I provide, because then they hear it differently and they say, oh, that's what I need. I didn't know she did that. So sometimes they get on the list, but they don't totally understand everything that you offer. And then you send an article or some information and they go, aha, now I'm ready to buy. Or that's the service that I need. I didn't need that other service, but I need this service. So that can lead to lead nurturing can lead to a new customer, which leads to increased revenue, right? And new customers lead to referrals, because we're going to set up a referral system for our new customers to help refer business to us, for them to give us reviews and help refer. And that leads to increased revenue. So it's systematic. And this is a simplified diagram of that system that we put together. But we want to have that system so that it's predictable. So if that ad produces 200 new customers, and that's all I can handle, then I can turn the ad off and serve those customers, right? And I've got some other people that are in my lead nurturing system to turn to potential customers. But if I decide to scale my business, increase the number of service providers or whatever that looks like in my business, I can turn my lead system back on, and I've got more leads coming in for my expanded business. So you want to develop a system that consistently attracts new leads to your company. So I want to make an offer to you for you to pick up my Business Profit Breakthroughs book. It outlines the systems that I use, my favorite strategies for increasing leads in your business. And I think if you read it, it's short. It's, I don't know, 75 pages. It's not a huge book. So you could read it, or you could just read a couple of the strategies, and you will see how to increase leads in your business and how to increase profits and how to build that system. So you can get it at compassroseconsulting.com/numbers. The link is in the description below or in the comments below. And I thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. And I hope that you develop systems that make your business solid, sustainable, and that they become predictable systems for ongoing success. Have a great day.